Hello, everyone. As part of today's session, we would basically cover connecting Data Lakehouse with JIRA as a source connection, and we would set up Snowflake as a target, and then we will go on to kind of connect a bridge, a sync bridge between the JIRA source and the Snowflake target. So, logging on to app.datalakehouse.io, you see the dashboard here, and on the left, you basically have the menu, and if I click on connections, you see there is an option to set up source. So I will go on to click sources. As you can see on the right, there are the list of sources that you can use to connect with Data Lakehouse. So for easy access, you can just search on Jira and the option for Jira should pop up. So in the interest of time, I've already created a Jira source, which is pre-filled with the information. So you have the name and alias that you want to give to your source, and the target schema is basically the schema in Snowflake where Data Lakehouse would load data from Jira into um, our target. So if you go to reauthorize your connection, it will basically take us to the data lake to the to the Atlassian connection page where you can choose for which site you want to connect with. So for example, you want to connect with aicg.atlassian.net. So I click to that and I accept, and basically my source connection with Jira has been set up. So after that, I basically go on to, so you should see that your source connection should be set up. After that, I move to target. We are looking to set up Snowflake as a target. So again, in the interest of time, I have set up Snowflake target with some pre-filled values. So you've got to specify a name and alias to your Snowflake. You've got to specify the account URL. Just keep in mind that for Snowflake, you ensure that you have the account number .snowflakecomputing.com, the entire URL mentioned in the account URL line. We generally take port 443. You've got to specify the database in Snowflake to which data would be loaded in, and which warehouse would Snowflake use while the load is on. This is a username that Data Lakehouse will log into Snowflake with the name DLH test, and this is a role that's assigned to DLH underscore test user, and we will authenticate the entire setup using the username password connection setup with Snowflake. So once I do a save and test, Data Lakehouse will perform a test with Snowflake to ensure that the test has gone through and the connection is working fine. If there's any problem, Data Lakehouse would let you know that there's a problem. Either you could have some problem with the credentials, or your user does not exist, or it does not have a role predefined to it, and so on. So once you get a green checkbox, that means it's a successful connection. So we can move on to setting up a sync bridge. So click on Go Sync Bridges. I will click on the button New Sync Bridge, and then we can say Jira Sync Bridge as a name. I want to specify my Jira source test connection, and I want to use my Snowflake target connection. I want to choose my time zone. You can choose any of your local time zones, or you can choose UTC. And I want to have my data sync every 2 hours, and then I say save sync bridge. It's enabled. It will sync in every 2 hours. And then if I want to make sure that all my historical data that's already existing is loaded immediately, I click on the button actions and I say run sync bridge right now, and that will load my data from my source into my target. I hope you find this video useful in setting up Jira as a source. And in case if you have any questions and concerns, please reach out to us on our website, datalakehouse.com, and we will be happy to help you with any questions and concerns. Thank you.